Wow, I haven't been on for a few days. My wife is still in hospital, so obviously spending time with her and a whole host of other things that we've got going on at the moment. Whoa, that's a lot of wood. My brother's been extremely busy by the looks of things. Let's have a look around. There is absolute tons of stuff in here. Relatively well organised, that's what I like to see. That is all of the colours by the looks of things. So in this room is our enchantment setup. Hopefully this is a 30 leveler. Oh, it is. Happy days. Looks like we've got a little auto bone meal set up there. Lovely. And this is our little mini smelter. Oh, he's got quite a bit going on there. This is my brother's room. Looking all fancy. He's got a bit. Oh, got a little stash going, has he? Can't hide nothing from me. Nothing else in any of these though. Oh, very nice little set of armours. And these two pots. Oh, an idea what I could use those pots for. I'm going to put all my rotten flesh in his pots. That will teach him not to watch my episodes. Where's the support, bro? Okay, I've found a chest behind the enchanter. Or the bookshelves in the enchanter. I've got 30 levels. Let's have a look, see what we can do here. Right, just checked everything, not really anything doing, so efficiency 3 on its own. Wonderful. Look at that sunset with the vibrant visuals. And that is the front of our house. And may I say he's done an excellent job there. Let's have a look at it from over this side of the water. I'm enjoying that glass roof. Very pointy, very pointy. Sure it will look even better in the day. This drown guy. Sorry sir, we are not interested in anything that you may be selling. Next up we're going to build a couple of temporary farms so that we can use those farms to then build the infrastructure of our city. These villages are being relocated to their new homes as part of those 2 new farms we're going to build. On my travels I've managed to acquire another rotten flesh, let's not forget until he watches my videos. I'm depositing them all in his jars. Decided to do a minor change to the side of our starter base. I think these blocks would look better one down, make the wall look a bit more symmetrical. Let me give that a go here and have a look, see what it looks like. Oh, I got sidetracked because I've noticed that my brother's started to build a gold farm. This is the Trident area part. I think he's still got to build the portals collection system and obviously the redstone to get them to flash on and off. Yeah, he hasn't done that yet, but good start. With the little time that I have online, I'm going to start off building a iron farm. I do have a tutorial on the channel if you wish to know how to build this iron farm. I will not be decorating it particularly with anything as it is only temporary, and eventually we will move them, all of them. We will completely rip them down and rebuild them somewhere else. That's the joys of Minecraft. Nothing is permanent if you don't want it to be. Once we have everything we need, we can then start building our city, which you will see very soon. My brother has come online, much to his disgust. My iron farm seems to be in the way of where he was going to put his redstone. You can't hear him, but just know he's moaning like a goat. He's decided to put it the other side now though, so we have come to a compromise. As I completely forgot earlier on to show you what it looks like now that I've moved those blocks down. As you can see, if I get out the water, the windows now look far more symmetrical, and I think it looks better. Now I'm putting in the roof of the iron farm. I'm using full blocks this time. Normally I would use slabs. However, we've got tons of deep slate and I know that I'm going to get all of this back when we remove it to build the permanent one later down the line. Next up are the village's new spacious cubicles. I'm not going to bother stripping any of this wood because it is temporary, even though it looks bloody awful. Alright, now it's time for the water. Where this is on deep slate, I can actually see where I'm putting it. On some surfaces, when you put water down, it almost looks invisible since the update, which I don't enjoy that much. I think you should always be able to see the water, but in this situation I can see it fine. And with these last couple of buckets, that is the water all done. Okay, this is another day later. My brother has been busy, as you can all tell. The gold farm is up and running. He has his second account just sat AFK because we are breeding up villagers for the villager trading hall. But he's also left the iron farm on, so I've come on between jobs today to head down, and hopefully there should be lots of gold for me to turn into blocks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these all completely full. That's not bad. That one is, and that one is. Okay, let's turn these into ingots. Okay, that is 6 stacks almost of blocks. I've been on a couple of times. I think the farm's been AFK'd for about 24 hours, so that is not bad at all. We're just missing 3 more babies, which I am breeding up now. And then we have the full 40, and I will then finish off rolling the librarians that aren't done yet. It's taken absolutely ages, but that's Fortune 3, and this one was Sharpness. So I think that is everything we need. I'm probably just going to turn these last 2 into bookshelves, or librarians that sell bookshelves, as again for the 100th time. This is only temporary, and we will completely rip all this out once we have decided where we want to put our permanent one. Now I've been selling iron to the rest of the villagers to get emeralds to then buy books to put onto my tools, and then to get levels I've been using the gold farm. I'm going to now crack on and hopefully get fully enchanted. So this is our spawn area. My brother's already leveled out a huge part of it. I'm over here now that I'm pretty much fully enchanted, and I'm going to help him get more of this mountain, or large hill, I wouldn't call it a mountain, levelled, and these trees in the background removed. Okay, I should explain our plans here. So 00, our spawn area, that is going to be a giant park, which will be directly in the centre of our city. And then we are going to have almost like city blocks coming out from that area. I'm just waiting for my brother to log on, and then we are going to go into a creative world and design the central park. So I've decided to show you a bit behind the scenes. This is a copy of our world, or realm. That part over there is the road style we're going with. I'm not going to show you too much of that because we're not quite ready to start building that yet. This is our path that we're going to mark out each section with. We will use some stone in there for a bit of a gradient. And now we're trying to design lights or lampposts, and at the moment we're having a terrible time of it. We can't seem to decide on one that we like. So back in the real world, or the realm, it's probably not the real world, but you know what I mean. I'm here down in the mine, episode 1's mine, collecting up a whole bunch of andesite. This is for our path that I just showed you, and then we're going to mark out our little central park. So this is our pavement design. We are just outlining what will eventually be our central park. Once we've got this pavement in all the way around, we will then go back into another creative world and design our park. So again, to show you some of the secret sauce, basically what we do is we will both design the same thing. So we're first of all starting with our wall around our central park. I will design what I think looks good. He is currently designing what he thinks good. All the way over here, I'll show you the basis of his so far. Looks like we're kind of going similar. And then once we've both happy with our designs, we will then compare and either use a bit of both or just pick whichever one we like. So as you can see, we come to a compromise. We've used the brick at the bottom like I had, but then used the brick wall like he had as the pillars, and then topped it all off with a slab across the top. Quite like this design. So next up, we know that we want to have a lake in the centre of our park. So I'm literally running around and just trying to figure out a rough outline for the lake. when we come to doing this in survival, of course it won't be exactly the same because we don't use any fancy mods or anything like that. I'm on a PS5 and he's on an Xbox, so we don't have access to all those shiny tools that others use. So we will literally go by eye, but at least we can get an idea of how we want it to look. And so far so good. Okay, with the lake designed with a little bit of detail in there and a path going around it, we are going to then put in trees around in the four core quadrants. Only thing that's left is lighting, and we are really struggling to come up with a lamppost that we both like. Everything we seem to see online or anything we designed ourselves, we just something missing, we just don't know what it is. But we are going to continue, and then it is time to get all of this built in in the actual world. Alright, we're back in the actual realm, so my job is to build or mark out the lake and to then build the lake, and my brother is off collecting clay balls because you need to smelt clay balls in a furnace to get the bricks that we're going to build the wall around the outside of this park with. So he's on that, and I am just freeballing here. Then I'm going to tower up, have a look at it, and rinse and repeat until I've got a shape that I'm happy with. Okay, this is what I've come up with so far. Yeah, I don't mind it. It needs a little bit of adjustment. I do want 4 places for benches, so I will have to almost bring out those parts. Okay, now that I have the shape that I'm quite happy with, it is time to dig out the lake itself. Okay, now it's time for the path. Then I need to find a mangrove swamp for the mud. Okay, I've been away for another day. My brother has completed the wall all the way around the park. And also kindly gone and got a whole bunch of mud and the other block that I can't remember the name of, and filled in the lake. Obviously no water yet and a lot of detailing to do. Here it is. So I'm going to get on with detailing the lake, I think. So I'm going to start off by putting the water in. All I'm simply going to do is completely fill up all the way around each level as I go up, and hopefully that will completely then fill in the rest of the lake. So as you can see here, as I fill in the side, as I've already done the back there, it automatically goes all the way across, filling in the rest of the lake with water sources, making my life a little bit easier. Taking a moment to enjoy the view as night falls. These firefly bushes are epic, and what a great addition to Minecraft. Ignore the zombie in the back there, I'm just going to leg it. Rude not to add a few flowers around the lake. Get a bit of colour going. Also decided to put in a little parkour challenge in the middle of our lake using drip leaf. If you don't know, drip leaf breaks when you stand on it too long, like that. I will get across eventually, I'm sure. Okay, I've unfortunately been away for a day or two. My brother's been hard at it, so he's already started putting in some of our blocks. So we have our path all the way around, and then in the centre here, this is where each one of these will be its own farm eventually. Okay, in the end we decided on these lampposts. I think they come out quite well. They have daylight sensors on the top of them, so they only come on at night, which is a nice touch. And my job now is to get the trees in here, so then once all that's done, that will be our park pretty much complete. Let's have one quick go then. Let's get come on. Oh, caramba. My brother reckons it's easy, so he's having a go. There ain't no way he gets all the way across. He must have been practicing for hours while I wasn't online then. Unbelievable. So I've planted the spruce, but I thought I'd just take a minute to show you what it looks like in the evening with our lights on, with all the firefly bushes glowing around. may I say. I think it looks pretty fantastic, and just imagine it with all the trees around the outside in the background. I think this will be quite a vibe. Okay, there's 4 quarters. In each quarter I've got a type of tree. So we've got jungle wood, birch, oak and spruce. Okay, the final touch is to get some of this glow lichen. I've just placed one piece down and bone milled it. It spreads. I'm going to then shear this up and then put it in the lake so that the lake is lit up in the evening underwater. Okay, please like and subscribe. I think we're going to call it episode 2. That is the park complete. Next up, we'll start building the farms we need to then put in all the roadways. You obviously got a sneak preview of what the road will look like earlier on in the episode. I hope you enjoy what we're currently building. We are certainly having fun, and we will see you in the next episode.